Hey, Anthony Cesari here from SuccessForYourSongs.com. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some ideas for um, not forgetting your lyrics when you're playing live. So I'm actually going to play for you a clip from an interview I did with vocal and performance coach Stephen Memel, where he talks about that topic. So I will play that for you now. Check it out.
What I'll say to somebody is, they'll forget their lyrics when they're in here because they're a little bit on the spot. And I said, but I know those lyrics. I know that. I can't tell you the amount of times I've heard that. And we'll do what I say at that point. What's your name?
Anthony.
That's knowing.
Right.
Is there any circumstance under which you would have a lot of difficulty answering that question?
Right.
No. Why? Because it's so ingrained in you, and that didn't just come from you sitting there going, Anthony, 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 Anthony.
Right.
It came from you knowing your name. It came from your teachers calling you your name. It came from you writing your name. It came from, a billion other places. So we have to mimic that. We have to put in our lyrics into ourselves in a way that they're unforgettable. And that means not just memorizing the words. We have to memorize the ideas. People don't know what their songs are about. They don't know let alone know what the cover song's about. They don't know what their own songs are about. I frequently joke, I make a lot of my living teaching singer-songwriters what they wrote about because they know their songs I wrote. But if I say, what's the second line of the song, their eyes will go up usually and to the left and go, and they'll start singing the song, in their head. And now, not everybody's like that. Some people can do it. But then they say the lyrics like this. When I was just a young man, I went to the place where I was born, and I met a person who I knew way back when, And when they're saying it, I'm watching the printed lyrics on the page in stanzas, instead of complete sentences. When I was just a young man, I went back to the place I was born and met someone I had known way back when who really had you have to take them from lines in a stanza to actual sentences. Because people break up the sentence in a way that they never would if they were speaking. There's 85 ways you could make that sentence. Well, the first time you start breaking patterns, it starts entering your mind in a different way. So you got to do it as if you're talking to somebody. But you got to also sit there and memorize what idea follows the next idea. Like, give you an example. I did a blog post on this once, a video post where I was talking about 8 days a week, and I had never thought about it before. I've sung that, not sung it, I don't sing that song a lot, but I've listened to that song since I was a little kid, And when I was talking about it, it just came into my mind to say 8 days a week, and I started breaking it down, and I said, but look at this. I'm looking at the title. I never even looked at the title before. How many days in the week are there? There's 7. So what does 8 days a week imply? I need your love more than there is actually time in existence. How many people have actually ever thought of that and spend some time reflecting on what that actually means for somebody to say, I need your love, babe, 8 days a week.
So part of your job as a performer then is to, whether it's your own songs or somebody else's, actually, interpret what something means to you. And I think a lot of times, even if it is your own song, you would think, of course I know what that means, but you're saying the lyrics so many times that you almost forget. It just becomes habitual. So you just need to, so you need to every time really get into what they mean to you in order to express those feelings when you're performing. That's what's going to make a better performance.
Yeah. I mean, you have to. to be able to emotionally connect something, you have to really know what you're talking about.
Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. There's a lot more songwriting ideas and techniques for you in the ebook below this video, so make sure you grab that before you click off this page. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for checking this out. Take care.